Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate filings. Today we are diving into Bionano Genomics' latest proxy statement. It's like their annual report card, but instead of grades we get to see what's up for a vote. Will their executives get a thumbs up on their pay? Will their chosen accounting firm get the nod? There are some important decisions that need to happen, and this filing is about that. What's a proxy statement anyway? Think of it as a user guide for your shareholder voting rights. It tells you about the upcoming annual meeting and what you as a shareholder get to vote on. It's like getting a cheat sheet before a big test. The main event is the annual meeting of stockholders happening on June 11th, 2025. It's all virtual, so no need to dust off your travel shoes. You can attend online, listen to the meeting, ask questions, and most importantly, vote. They are really pushing you to vote before the meeting. What are we voting on? First, we have the director elections. They want you to elect 2 people to their board of directors. These directors will be in office until 2028. Second, there's an advisory vote on executive compensation, like a say-on-pay vote. Do you think the top dogs are getting paid fairly? This is your chance to voice your opinion. Third, they need to ratify or approve their pick for an independent accounting firm, BDO USA PC, for the next fiscal year. Accountants are the people who will say if the numbers look correct. Finally, and this is a big one, a vote on potentially issuing new shares of common stock upon the exercise of certain warrants. The vote is related to NASDAQ rules. This is the share e-cents proposal. If you own stock on April 14, 2025, that's the record date, you're eligible to vote. They'll be using a control number to verify everyone who votes. Here's a quick look at the board's voting recommendations. They want you to vote for all the proposals. Let's talk about the people running for the board. They are split into 3 classes with staggered 3-year terms. At this meeting, you're voting for 2 Class I directors who will serve until the 28th annual meeting. The nominees are Eric Holmanlin, who is also the CEO, and David Barker. Holmanlin has been the CEO since 2011 and has tons of experience in the life sciences industry. Barker was VP and Chief Scientific Officer at Illumina for many years. The board is made up of mostly independent directors. That means they don't have any relationships with the company that could mess with their ability to make unbiased decisions. The board oversees risk management, from strategic risks to cybersecurity threats. Different committees handle different areas of risk. The audit committee takes the responsibility to review major risks. The compensation committee assesses compensation policies and ensures they don't encourage crazy risk-taking. Audit fees were $833 in $973. It's worth noting that all of the hours spent on the audit were by the firm's full-time employees. Now for the share issuance proposal, this is tied to an agreement from January where they sold shares and warrants. They need your approval to issue more shares when these warrants get exercised. The company sold shares and warrants. They need your okay because of NASDAQ rules about issuing a large chunk of stock at a potentially discounted price. If you vote yes, this could issue a bunch more shares and reduce everyone's percentage stake. If you vote no, they might have trouble raising money and may need to cut down their activities. The company needs that money that the investors would pay to exercise their warrants. Here's a quick roll call of the executive team, the people running the show. Eric Holmanlin is CEO and CFO. Mark Oldakowski is COO or Chief Operating Officer. Al Kachobi is Chief Medical Officer. Let's see who owns what. This table shows how many shares the big stockholders, directors, and executives own. CVI Investments owns 6.07% of the stock. Board members and executives own very little of the company. Now for the juiciest part, executive pay. Here is a breakdown of pay from 2024. Eric Holmanlin, the CEO, got a salary of $600,000, a bonus of $109,955, stock awards valued around $40,911, $40,699. Mark Oldakowski, the COO, received a $460,000 salary, a bonus of $121,757 stock awards worth around $14,843, and option awards worth around $41,728. Al Kachobi, the CMO, received similar awards as the COO. The CEOs and CROs' salaries stayed flat, but Dr. Chorby got a 4.5% raise. The company did not give out bonus payments for the executive officers based on obtaining key company goals. Now, the company provides a table to show you if the executives are being paid relative to the performance of the company. The first table looks like this. Okay, let's dive in. If you invested 100 trill in Bionano in 2022, it is worth about 0.96 today. For comparison, if you gave the CEO $1 in 2022, it is worth 0.72 in 22, it is worth 0.72 in 24. Lastly, there are a few items to consider. The company has policies about related person transactions to avoid conflicts of interest. A related person is any executive officer, director, or more than 5% stockholder of the company, including any of their immediate family members and any entity owned or controlled by such persons. The company protects its executives from litigation with indemnification agreements, and that is about it. So, what's my take on Bionano Genomics after this proxy statement deep dive? Well, it's a mixed bag. The company is relying heavily on these potential warrant exercises. If that doesn't go through, things could get tough. It is good to see that they did not give out bonuses in 2024 based on performance. The big risk is whether they can actually raise the cash need to fuel their business. It's a company with a potentially promising technology, but it needs to carefully manage its finances. That's all for this episode of Corporate Decoder. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Until next time,